Ready? Let's A some Q's. Part 2. Hey Mike, do you have any plans for June 28th from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific time?
I'm going to be at a How to Adult meetup / Q&A at VidCon.
You know what? I'm going to be at a How to Adult meetup / Q&A at VidCon too.
We should carpool.
We would love to see you there, so if you're going to be at VidCon, please come say hi and we'll chat and it will be fun. What are the best ways to not feel overwhelmed by newfound adult responsibilities?
Feeling overwhelmed is totally a normal thing, and that feeling is not a prophecy of your doom. But I think the big thing is to figure out what actually needs to be done right now and just take it a step at a time. I remember when my wife and I got married, we had moved to a new state and I was super stressed. I had lists of all these things that needed to be done, but I actually eventually found out that I didn't need to do all the things at once or soon or sometimes ever. How do you make sure you don't abuse your newfound freedom, like staying up all night or eating ice cream for breakfast every day?
Well, a lot of these things may correct themselves over time, i.e. you'll get tired of having the sugar crashies, but the cool thing about new adulthood is that you actually can do some of these things sometimes. So feel free to indulge yourself, but as Benjamin Franklin said, remember, moderation in all things. What do you wish you'd known when you were leaving college?
Therapy is awesome and helpful.
That you don't have to have everything planned out.
How do you fold a fitted sheet?
We don't know, but this video does.
I'm applying for my first ever job. What should I do when speaking to the manager?
Well, it sounds like you are on the right track. You should definitely speak to the manager when you go in to apply. If the manager's not there, you might ask another employee when it might be a good time to come back to speak with the manager. The employees can't always give out an exact schedule, but it can't hurt to ask.
And also remember that people respond well to polite confidence, so prep and practice a couple sentences to say to the manager before you go in.
I just wanted you to know that I'm applying for a position at your store. I've always enjoyed it as a customer. I'm super excited about the prospect of contributing to the team. I'd love to talk to you more about the position. Will you be conducting interviews soon? What good is a summer job besides money?
I think you can learn a lot in almost any job. It might not feel like it, and you might not realize what you've learned until later on. For instance, I learned very valuable lessons about people and patience during my time as a test subject in experimental drug studies. Also, it's good for meeting people and networking, and it's good for finding joy in interactions with people. Until making How to Adult, I had never been so consistently happy as I was during my time working the counter at a bagel shop in North Carolina. How do you get over a breakup?
I think one of the big rules in life applies to this situation. Don't beat yourself up too much. Whether the dumper or the dumpee, there's usually a grieving period following a breakup. According to Dr. Susan Whitburn, it's okay to actually set a deadline for how long you'll allow yourself to wallow in the grief. It's okay to think through the relationship to understand your role in it and your role in the breakup. There might be lessons to learn, but you don't want to ruminate on it too long. It helps to get outside your head, whether it's by hanging out with friends or volunteering.
I think part of the reason breakups are so painful is that it feels like this deep and special part of us has been rejected, and we tell ourselves that that's gonna happen again and again until the end of time. But that's an overgeneralization. And if Hemingway was right when he said we become stronger in the broken places, I think it's equally true that we become stronger in the breakup places.
What is your favorite adult beverage?
I've actually never tasted alcohol, and the only way I can foresee tasting alcohol is by being on My Drunk Kitchen. So, people, can we get in touch with Hannah and make that happen? I hearto.
I have tasted alcohol, and my professional adult opinion is that it is yucky.
And finally, we received some medical questions, so we consulted with our friend Dr. Aaron Carroll at the Healthcare Triage channel. What warrants going to a doctor? How distressing or debilitating must the symptoms be?
First of all, going to the doctor shouldn't be your first line of defense. That should be calling the doctor. You should call your doctor's office anytime you feel really sick, no matter what the symptoms are. High fevers probably warrant a call, as do fevers with a headache, sore neck, rash. Anytime you have trouble breathing, make that call. Earaches, bad sore throats, pain, redness, swelling of joints, all warrant a call. Look, if you're really worried about anything, I'd call. Then you get to talk to a medical professional who can advise you if and when you need to be seen. Obviously, anytime you think any of the above things are life-threatening, call 911 immediately. In general, don't wait until you're sick to find a doctor. I would ask friends for recommendations for physicians. What are the ultimate rules for avoiding food poisoning?
Wash your hands before you cook, after you cook, before you eat. Always. Make sure that anything that touches raw meat, fish, chicken, or eggs is washed. Don't cook meat, fish, or chicken that has been defrosted for more than a day or or two, even if it's refrigerated. If food is spoilable, don't eat it if it's been out of the refrigerator for more than a couple hours. Don't eat food that's out of date. Don't eat from a can that's dented or bulging. Don't eat food that smells or tastes bad, and don't drink from questionable water sources.
So that's this week's episode. If you have any suggestions about topics we covered here today, please leave them for us in the comments section below, along with any questions you would like answered in a future Q&A. In the meantime, we've been working on a catchphrase, and it's left us speechless.